Okay, so yesterday we covered conditions. Were you all at least online for that? Right? If, else if, elif, you saw all of that part? Yes? Alright, very good. So conditions is something we covered last time. I'll do some more revision of that right now. I covered FizzBuzz also. Were you there for that FizzBuzz? Yes? You remember that? Alright. So we covered FizzBuzz also. We'll look at some other questions like that. Very interesting thing I covered with the batch here, which you have mostly missed, is there is a new invention called as Chat GPT. Anybody seen this Chat GPT? No? Your friends who were here, they didn't tell you also? You are not curious enough to ask them? Last 15 minutes we didn't see. What happened in that? You didn't ask anything? Hmm? What you would have gone and asked? Hey, you saw this new Instagram reel? Huh? Hey, you heard about this new movie trailer came out? Right? But last 15 minutes, you should at least ask, no? At least 1 minute. Hey, what happened? Last 15 minutes we got disconnected. What did sir say? Did sir say anything interesting? Okay. There is this new invention called as Chat GPT. I'll try to explain to you what that is. Yes. So I'm just logging in, just showing what Chat GPT is like. Meanwhile, alright. This is the new AI. What is AI? So what does that artificial intelligence mean? What is the meaning of artificial intelligence? Robotics. Okay. Only robotics? What do you all think of artificial intelligence? We think what? Chitti? Robo? Yeah? Then? Artificial intelligence, the purpose of artificial intelligence is that it wants to behave like a human. It wants to become artificially intelligent. You are all naturally intelligent. You are born that way, right? Okay, maybe some of you are not intelligent. That's up to you. But I'm saying naturally you are born with that. Yeah. Naturally you already know how to read and write. Means if I teach you how to read and write, you know how to read and write. Let somebody, your parents or your teachers would have taught you that. And as we keep teaching, you keep learning. And once learned, you will be able to implement and execute. How many of you know how to ride bicycle? Cycle, how many of you know how to ride cycle? Okay, very good, almost everybody. Right, so you learned it. You learned how to ride cycle. Yes, as a child you learned it and you will say, sir, what is there in that? Everybody can learn. Okay. Any robot knows? Can any robot ride cycles? Can this chair ride cycle? Is it intelligent? It's not intelligent, right? Okay. What about our programs? When we write our program, is it intelligent program? Is it intelligent? Like, let's say I write a program to do slicing of a string. Would you say it's an intelligent, that program itself is intelligent? No, why no? Because? Why? How many people in AI branch? AI branch? Nobody? AIDS branch, okay? AIDS branch, how many? Okay? Now tell me, is your program very good? So AI branch people. Is the program you write for slicing a string? You know slicing a string, right? Yesterday we did revision also. That program of slicing a string, is that an intelligent being? Is that thing intelligent? Either you say yes or no and tell me why. It's fine. Itself it is not. Okay, why? Because we create the program. Okay, your name? Sneha. Very good, round of applause for Sneha. Very good. So Sneha is saying we create she gave answer, takes a lot of confidence, very, very good. But really, if I create something, let me give you an example. Can you lift 1000 kg? Any of you lift 1000 kg? Yes? Okay. But can we create a machine that lifts 1000 kg? It's possible, right? So it is possible that we may be able to create intelligent. But how do we know it's intelligent or not intelligent? Let's look at the slicing program. Is it intelligent or not intelligent? I'm asking you. Not intelligent. Okay, why not intelligent? Why is it not intelligent? We gave the command. So if I give the command be intelligent, he's saying we gave the command, how can it be intelligent? I say okay, be intelligent. Let's say I give that command. Or let's say I tell somebody here stand up. Is that person unintelligent? Is that person not intelligent now? Why? He's following my command. Then how do we say something is intelligent, not intelligent? Come on, college students. Think, use your brains, think. If you are not intelligent, then you will not be able to answer this. Are you intelligent? No? Yes? Okay, at least girls are intelligent. Boys don't want to be intelligent, I think. But, so at least girls are intelligent. But you're saying you're intelligent. Why that program is not intelligent? Why the slicing program? So program we wrote on slicing, it takes the first 3 elements of a string. Why is it intelligent or why is it not intelligent? Tell me. Anyone? Okay. How many of you think it is not intelligent? Raise your hands. I don't think it's intelligent. Don't worry, I'll not ask you question. Just raise your hands. I think it is not intelligent. Raise your hands. Okay, very good. How many of you think it is intelligent? Raise your hand. Okay. Alright. How many of you don't know at all? I have no idea. Raise your hand. Okay. Alright. See, we will say it is not intelligent simply because it can do only that thing. If I tell you to slice a string, you will slice a string. If I tell you to go outside, get some water and bring it to me, you will say, yeah, I can do that. Yes? If I tell you don't slice a string like this, slice a string in reverse, you will quickly go ahead and do it. Can the program change itself? It will not be able to, right? Okay. Now what this invention is, this thing called chat GPT. This thing, whatever instruction you give it on text, it is able to do almost 99%. This is the closest thing to intelligence we have, that we have created. And this is what I was telling the other batch also earlier. I'll give you an example. What today you're all learning Python, and it's all difficult to learn Python, right? Let me take up one question from, let's say, conditionals and lists. I'll take this question here and I'll ask it. This is the question I did yesterday actually. So I'll take another question here. Which number is greater? So this is from your cohort only. I took this question and I'm asking. You saw I just opened this in front of you. It does not know anything about Edyst. It's just a chat bot. Okay, it's just a program. It's just a chat bot. And let me see if I do this, it'll be better. Yeah, you can see better now. Hopefully. I think one of these lights we can turn off, right? This light can we turn off? No? Okay. So, alright. So I've just entered this. And let's see what its response is. Okay. It's giving a solution to the problem. Okay. It actually gave a solution to this problem. And it's explaining the solution also. Something you all struggle to do. When I ask you, explain the solution. It's able to give the solution as well. So let's say I copy this. Let's see if the solution is actually correct or not. Okay, it's not created by me. This is created by a company called OpenAI. This is created by a company called OpenAI. They are trying to create an artificial intelligence which can be like a human. But before it gets to that stage, they have created this. Imagine if I give it TCS, Wipro, Infosys question, it can clear those coding questions. Meaning today, if this chatbot sits for placements, it will get a placement. But if you sit for a placement, will you get a placement today? Why? Why? We don't yet know full Python. We have not fully studied Python yet. We still need to do. See, till before your competitor used to be somebody from IIT, Triple IT, NIT. Someone with higher package or someone who's getting package who used to be someone from there. Now this is your competitor. This is your competitor right now. Okay? It can do anything. It's not just programming. It can do a lot of things. Let's say you want to generate, uh, you know, what's your favorite dish? Biryani. Okay. So give me a recipe for biryani. Alright. So it's giving you all of those recipes. Okay. It's actually typing one by one. It's generating it. Alright. Let it finish. Now, see, this you will say, sir, even this I can do. I'll go to Google, copy paste. Yes, I can do this. When will it be intelligent? It will be intelligent if I say, no, no, in this recipe there is something I don't like. Change that and put something else. Or suggest something else. Then what it has to do? It has to be intelligent enough to find out where that part is in the recipe. And it has to go and change it. Okay. So we'll ask that once it's done giving us the entire recipe for biryani. We'll ask it. So it's saying serve the biryani and so on. Okay. And it's giving you all of that. All right. Let's say, let's just probably add here. It's saying use onions. I will ask it, can we use something else instead of onions? It says yes, you can. Some alternatives you can use are, and it's giving you alternatives. Okay. And it's giving you further and further and all about 5-6 alternatives over here. All right. So I want you all to go back home today and explore Chat GPT. Explore. Explore means what? Don't just put Edyst question, copy paste and get answers and put back. Right? No, that's not exploring. Do a lot of things. Chat GPT today can speak better English than you. It can write better coding than you. It can write better recipes than you. It can do a lot of things better than you. It can do a lot of things better than me also. I am not saying that, oh, I am better than Chat GPT. Definitely it can do a lot of things much, much better than me. I want you all to explore as much as possible on this. Okay. What all can you explore? That's depending on your curiosity. Completely. For example, ask it what is the best places you can go to travel with less than 5,000 rupees. Right? Let it figure it out. Yeah. What are some of the best projects you can do? What are some new fun games to play? Okay. Don't just do simple Google questions for this. Ask it interesting questions. For example, let's do something interesting. Write a poem about Python programming. Let it write a poem about Python programming. Okay. Python, oh Python, a language that's divine, with syntax that's simple and power that's fine. Your libraries are vast, your modules so grand, you make coding so easy with just one command. You are used by the experts and those who are new. You make coding so fun and projects come through. Your flexibility shines in web development too,
And data analysis, you know what to do. Python, our favorite go-to, will always love you, and the code that will do. It's just mind-blowing, right? This is creativity. If you Google for a Python poem, you will not get this. This is not something you'll get on Google. So why I'm showing you all this is, you need to explore this platform. It's completely free, freely available for everybody. Please go explore this platform. Don't just today go back home and again sit on same social media, same YouTube, watch same videos. This is once in generation invention. This thing. It's like, imagine you're a caveman and fire just got invented. It's like that. Please don't waste it. And it's completely free. Interesting thing is, it can also do translations. So try translating it into your language and see how well it's translating in all. Okay? Everybody will try this out? Yes? Now don't ask me how to try it. At least that much you should know. Okay? How to go online, find out the URL, find out this. That at least you should know. Search for ChatGPT. Try to log in on that. Okay. Today, we'll look at some questions, one or two questions of conditionals. We'll look at one or two questions of conditionals, and we'll start with loops. I was mentioning yesterday, everybody knows about the Code-A-Thon? Everybody heard about Code-A-Thon that I mentioned yesterday? So, yesterday I mentioned that tomorrow we will be starting a Code-A-Thon. Meaning, Wednesday, tomorrow is 21st. 21st December, Wednesday, we'll start a Code-A-Thon. How Code-A-Thon will work is, tomorrow 3 p.m. one challenge will be launched. Then after that 6 p.m. one challenge will be launched. After that 9 p.m. Then next day 6 a.m. and that same day 12 p.m. How many challenges? 5. Again, tomorrow 3, 6, 9 p.m. Day after tomorrow 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. means noon time, lunch time. Okay, so 12 p.m. What will happen is, as soon as challenge is launched, first person to solve that challenge will win. How many we have challenges? 5. So how many winners will be there? 5 winners will be there. Now if somebody won challenge 1, they will not be eligible for challenge 2 or 3. Even you can attempt, but we will try to keep 5 different winners. Okay. But apart from the first person to win, we will also have another set of winners. Per challenge, for every challenge, one random winner will also be there. Meaning, let's say somebody, person A, wins challenge 1. And after that, somebody solves challenge 1. Maybe that they are the second person, the 10th person, the 100th person, whoever it is. Randomly, one person will be chosen, and that person will be given a prize also. So per challenge, 2 prizes will be given. One is the first person and one is a random person to complete the challenge. So how many prizes will be given totally? 10 challenge. Very good. Only condition is, for the challenge, no copy paste is allowed. If you are taking copy paste from somebody else, we will come to know very easily. You will not get the prize. You will be disqualified there and then. So please don't do any copy paste. Do it genuinely. Okay? Excited for the Code-A-Thon? Okay, so that starts from tomorrow. If you want to do good at the Code-A-Thon, then you need to follow my class today and tomorrow as well. Okay, today only mainly. Then tomorrow we'll start the Code-A-Thon. Okay. Let's look at one question. We'll look at 2 questions of conditions and then we'll continue. Alright. So let's look at this question called range of numbers. Complete the given method solve. So there's a method here called solve. It has num, start and end. Complete the given method solve to check if a given number lies in a certain range or not. You are going to accept 3 parameters. The number that we have to check, start of the range and end of the range. and you have to print in range if the number is between start and end, and not in range if it's not. For example, is 1 in between 5 and 10? Will you say that 1 is in between 5 and 10? No. So you're printing not in range. Is 12 in between 12 and 16? As per the question, it is. It's an inclusive range. Okay. So 12 between 12 and 16, yes. So it's going to say in range. Okay. What if I gave you 7, 5, 11? 7, 5, 11 means is 7 between 5 and 11? Yes. Agreed? Okay. What if I gave you 20, 30 and 40? So the question is 20 in between 30 and 40? Is it? No, it's not. Okay. So how do we do it? We want to check if num is between start and end. How will we check it? If num, or if start, start less than num less than equal to, very good, and num less than equal to end. Okay. Now many of you do one mistake. What you do is you make this mistake where you say if start less than equal to num less than equal to end. Many of you write like this. This is wrong. This you write in maths. In Python you don't write like this. Okay. You say start less than equal to num and num less than equal to end. Okay. If this is the case, then print in range. Very good. Else okay, so it passes the test cases and I'll submit it. Clear, everyone? Anybody wants me to repeat this? Is everybody clear? Even if one person raises hand and says repeat, I will repeat. You just have to tell me. Anybody wants me to repeat this one? All clear from everybody? Okay. Let's go to the next one. This is a little bit more difficult. Okay. You and your friend are movie fans and you want to predict if the movie is going to be a hit. Okay. We want to predict if the movie is going to be a hit. Alright. So somebody is messaging me with the same question. Not sure why. Anyways. So you want to predict if the movie is going to be a hit. The movie's success formula depends on two parameters. The acting power and the acting power can be between the range 0 to 10. Right? Between the range 0 to 10. The critics rating, which can again be between 0 to 10. So depending on these two things, actors, power and critic rating, it will be either hit, flop or medium, I think. Let's see. The movie is a hit if the acting power is excellent or the rating is excellent. What is meaning of excellent? It is greater than 8. Meaning if either acting is greater than 8 or critics is greater than 8, then it's going to be hit. Okay. This holds true except if either acting power is poor or rating is poor. Meaning for all cases we follow the first case only. Meaning we'll follow if it's greater than 8, then it's a hit. Either acting or critic, it's greater than 8, it's a hit. Very good. But I think people should stop messaging me. But if either one of them is less than 2, let's say if acting power or critic power is less than 2, if either one of them is less than 2, then it's going to be a flop. Now this gives us a question. Let's say one of them is 9 and the other one is 1. Should it be hit or flop? Because it's greater than 8 also and less than 2 also. So true, hit or flop? Flop. Why is it saying? Because it says here this holds true except if. Okay. And if you're still not clear, it gives an example also. We'll go to that example. Otherwise the movie is average. Okay. It's neither hit nor flop, so it's average movie. Okay. Look at this over here. 9, 5. What does it mean? One of them is greater than 8. Other one is not less than 2. So it's hit. 1, 9. 1 is greater than 8, other is less than 2. So flop. They are given here no. No means flop. 6, 4. Neither is greater than 8 nor is greater than 2. Sorry, neither is greater than 8 nor is lesser than 2. So it's neither hit nor flop. So we put maybe or for average. Okay. How do we solve this, everybody? Yeah, we'll start with if. Which, what is the first thing we'll check? Yes, acting power. What do we check with acting power? If acting power greater than 8 and rating less than, okay, less than 2. Okay, then okay, again let's go back to the example input. And whenever you get such a question, always take many examples as possible. As many examples as possible. With 9, 5, I'm getting yes. Why I got yes here? Because one of them is greater than 8. Okay. Let's say I give you another example here. 3, 9. Then hit. Yes, hit. Why? One of them is greater than 8. Okay. What if I gave you 1, 7? Flop. Why? One of them is less than 2. Okay. What if I gave you 6, 1? Flop. Again, one of them is less than 2. Okay. What if I give you 9, 1? Flop. One of them is less than 2. Doesn't matter, the other one is greater than 8. Okay. With this, can you suggest what is the first condition I should check? Less than 2. So I should check if acting power less than 2 or rating less than 2. If either one of these less than 2, doesn't matter. If acting power less than 2, doesn't matter what critic rating is. Or if rating is less than 2, doesn't matter what acting power is. Yes or no? Is yes or no, everyone? Okay. In this case, what do I print? Okay, I think I'll print no, right? Which is flop. Okay. Elif. Now what do I check? I'll check for hit. If acting power greater than 8 or rating greater than 8, print yes. Else print maybe. We'll run this. Okay, it passes the test cases. For 3, 9, it's printing yes. Okay. Clear, everybody, on this one? Right. So this is what we do in conditionals. Okay, this is what we have in conditionals over here. We'll go to next concept, which is concept of loops. Let's explore the concept of loops and lists. Okay. We'll actually start with lists first. Okay. Now, let's say I want to create a list of marks. Like all these students here, let's say there are 10 students, I want to get their marks. Okay. We have this concept of a list which groups together elements. So that means this list of students' marks, one way of doing it is I can say marks of student 1 is equal to 10. Marks 2 is equal to 12. Marks 3 is equal to some 15. Marks 4 is equal to 9. I can do this. But how many of you are here right now? Some 300. I'll have to actually create 300 variables. I'll have to sit and create 300 variables here. Right? Instead, what Python allows us to do is, Python allows us to create a list. I'll show you here. Marks is equal to, I can do like this. List over there. 2 square brackets means lists. This is an empty list. If I want to create a list with some elements, I can go here 11, 19, 20, 13, 7, like this. I'll say marks is equal to this list. Marks is equal to this list. When I do that, I get this list marks. Now this list also follows the same indexing that we were following with strings. So how did I get the first element in a string? Marks of 0, which will give me 11. How do I get 7, the last element 7? Very good. Marks of -1. Super, that's the index. How do I get 20? Marks of, I can either do 2, I can also do marks of -3. Both are fine. How do I get the length of marks, the number of elements in marks? Len of marks. 5 elements are there. Okay. Now extra things you can do with this list. What are the extra things you can do? For example, adding elements to the list. How do you add? You do append. Marks dot append, let's say 25. Append. So what append does is it always puts element at the end of the list. It will always add, but add at the end always. Okay. Marks dot append, let's say 95. So it again appends at the end. If I want to insert at a very particular position, I will say marks dot insert, and I have to put two things here: the index where I want to insert and the value I want to insert. Let's say I want to insert right after 19. Right after 19, I want to insert the number 37. What will be the index of 37 then after 19? Okay, I think people at the back can't see. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So I have this marks, and right after 19, I want to insert 37. What will be the index? Very good. So I'll say marks dot insert at index 2. You should insert the number 37. So if I now look at marks, I get 37 at that position. Okay. Next, I can do something like marks dot pop. What pop will do is it will remove the element. It's going to remove the element, and by default it will remove the last element that was inserted. So 95 was at the end. So the last element at the end of the list is what it's going to remove. So if I look at marks now, 95 is gone. If I do marks dot pop, again 25 will come out. Now it doesn't mean that it will only take out from the end. If I give it an index, it will remove from that index specifically. I can say marks dot pop. If I want to remove 19, what is the index? Very good, 1. If I look at that, it removed 19. Okay. So far we saw append, insert, pop. Have you written it down? Please write it down. Insert, append, pop. Write it down. Java programming, C++, the list can only have same type. Like here, there's only integers, right? In all those programs also you can have integers. But in Python, list need not be only of that element. Meaning, I can append string also to this. Let's say I append the string Edyst. Okay. So I append the string Edyst here. So I look at marks. Guys, charging stop. Yeah. So I can append Edyst as a string, and there will be no problem. Okay. 1 second. Just trying to make space. Yeah. So I can append string. I can even insert other values. What are other values? Float. So let's say I do marks dot append 3.14. Okay. And it's not just appending, I can insert also. Marks dot insert. Let's say at 0th position, I want to insert true, which is a Boolean value. If you look at marks now, 0th position as true. I also have 3.14 at the end, which is a float. So in Python, the data type does not matter. I can add any element to this marks list. Okay. Further, let's say I have marks is equal to 10 comma 20. All right. And names is equal to, let's say, Python and Edyst. Okay. I can do marks plus names. I'll get a new list that is a combination of both the lists. Okay. So this is marks plus names like this. If I did names plus marks, you'll get the names list first and then the marks list after that. Okay. So marks plus names and then names plus marks is what we have over here. All right. So that is some of the things with lists. In lists, if I want to go through each element. Okay. So let's say for example, I have a list over here. Marks is equal to 10, 10, 30, 50, 90, let's say. Okay. Now, if I want to go through each element in the list, what do we mean by go through? I want to take 10 first. I want to do something with 10. Then I want to take 30 first. Then I want to do something with that. Then I want to take 50, do something with it. It's like, for example, there's a line going out from here. Okay. Based on which student it is, you want to either send to the canteen or to the buses. Right. So you'll go through each student one by one. Right. You're not going to suddenly give one thing. You're going to say, okay, you student, okay, you should go to canteen. Next student, you should go to let's say buses. Then you go to canteen. So I want to go through each student one by one. Like that, I want to go through each element one by one. The way we do that is using a for each loop. For each loop meaning I can do something like for number in marks. What does this for loop do? There are two kinds of for loops in Python. This is one of them. Okay. Here what happens is whatever we created here, whatever is there, what are the values, for num in marks will take each value one by one. So first it will take 10. I can do whatever I want with 10 in this block. Once I'm done with that, it is going to go to 30. Again, I can do whatever I want. Once I'm done with that, it will go to 50. For example, now I will just do print num. That's all I'll do. I'll just print the number and I'll not do anything with it. Let that 10 come. I'll print the number and then I'll go ahead to the next element. So when I run this, what will happen? First 10 will be printed, 30 will be printed, 50 will be printed, 90 will be printed. Okay. Is this clear, everybody, how this loop is working? What it does is it gives you one element one by one. It gives you one element one by one. You can do what you want with it. This same loop is available in strings also. So this loop is also available in strings. For example, I can do for element in, and let's say my string is word is equal to Edyst. I can do for element in word. I'll do print element. What it's going to do is it's going to take each element from word one by one. Now remember, this element is a variable name. You can use anything else. You can use X, Y, Z, whatever you want. A, B, C, whatever you want over here. I'm using element. You can use whatever. Same here. For num in marks, I, J, K, whatever you want to use, you use. Okay. I have just given you an example there. So if I run this, it will go through each element in word and it will print it. So what's the first element? E, then D, then Y, then S, then T. So one by one, it's printing all of the elements. Let's say I don't want to print it one by one. I want to print it after a space. How do I do that? I will give end parameter here. Very good. So I'll say end is equal to space. So now what's happening? Very carefully. First E will come. I'm going to print E and a space. Then D will come. I'm going to print D and a space. Okay. So you see here it prints E, D, Y, S, T, but with a space after every point. Clear, everyone? Okay. This is the for each loop. We'll look at this one again. Let's say now I want to print the elements in this list, but I want to print only those elements which are greater than 40. I want to print only those elements which are greater than 40. So what will I do? I'll go through each element, but before printing, I will check is it greater than 40 or not. So how can I do that here? If number greater than 40, then only you print the num. So now what did we do? We took each number, we checked is it greater than 40. If it is, you print the num. If it's not, no problem, go to the next one. So when I check here, 10 is greater than 40, no. 30 is greater than 40, no. 50 is greater than 40, yes, print 50. 19 is greater than 40, yes, print 90. Okay. Now let's do one more thing. I hope you're all writing the example as I'm giving you. Please keep writing the example. I'll not give you time. You have to quickly write the examples. You have to do both. You have to think also and you have to write also at the same time. Chat GPT can do it. You finished? Very good. Chat GPT can do faster than you. Okay, that's your competitor now. Your competition is Chat GPT. Okay. Now let's look at one example, everyone. I want to say okay, what will be the output of this, everyone? I'm taking each number, I'm saying num equals to num plus 5, and then I'm printing the num. What will be the output of this? 15, 35, 55, 95. Okay, very good, absolutely correct. 15, 35, 55, 95. Everybody's clear on this? Okay. Next, I want to ask you, if I now print the entire list, if I print the entire list as is, what will be my output? Will it be the original 10, 30, 50, 90, or will it be 15, 35, 55, 95? Will the values change now or will the value be the same? Okay, let's run it and see what happened here. First 15, 35, 55, 95, but the value remains same. Why this happened is because this loop, this for num in marks loop, this for num in marks loop, it takes that num, whatever you want to do with that num you can do here, but it does not reflect in the original one. It's like taking a copy of that and saying, okay, I got 10, do whatever you want to do with 10, but that original one I am not touching. Same thing with 30, not touching, and so on. Now you will say, sir, but then can I never change the value of a list? You can absolutely change it. We can change it using indexes. We can change it using indexes and we'll come to that. Okay. All right. So now with this, let's look at a couple of questions. Oh, we'll also look at one more thing. Second. Yeah, we look at one more thing, which is the in keyword. In keyword. What in keyword will do, if I just take marks here, in keyword will check if that element exists in the list or not. For example, if I say 50 in marks, the way to read it is 50 in marks? Yes, is it? Yes. So it's going to give true value. But if I check 40 in marks, it will say false. No, 40 does not exist in marks. Okay. So now let's look at a couple of examples here. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Lists themselves have slicing. Lists also have slicing. So you have like this marks. Let's say I do marks dot append 85 marks dot append 17. Let's say. Okay. So I have this marks here. Marks follows the same slicing as your string does. If I want just 30 and 50, how can I slice it? I'll say marks of, I want 30 and 50 only. 1, 3 means start at index 1. Sorry, 1 second. Not 1 comma 3, 1 colon 3. Start at index 1. Start at index 1 and go up till 3, but don't include 3. You remember your string slicing, everybody? Yes. Same way as that also. So if I look at marks again, let's say I want the last two elements. How do I get the last two elements? -2 onwards. Onwards means start at -2 and go till the end. So I'll get 85 and 17. Alright. Let's say I want only the first 4 elements. How do I get it? Marks of 0 to 4. 0 to 4. So I will get 0, 1, 2, 3. So I can do 0 to 4, or I can also do marks of colon 4, meaning 0 I don't want. I mean, not 0 I don't want, it's short form. If I don't give anything at the start, it's automatically 0 only. Okay. So 10, 30, 50, 90 in that way. Same way in slicing, what do we have? We have 3 things: start, end, and step. Same thing over here also. Start, end, and step will be there. For example, if I give marks, go from start 0, go till end. There are how many? About 4, 5, 6 elements. So go till the end and skip 2 at a time. What will be the output, everyone? 10, 50, 10, 50, 85. Not 90, 10, 50, 85. Okay. So same skipping also works. The same as it works in strings, everyone. It's the same thing as in strings. Okay. Now let's look at some questions. Yeah. All right. Let's look at 5 questions one by one. So the question says, complete the given method solve which accepts a parameter a list A and a variable called element. So there is a list A here. There's a list A here and a variable called element. You must return a new list with the element added to the end of list A. How do I add element to the end of list A? Append. So I need to append element to A. How do I do it? A dot append element, and now I need to return A. That's it. I run and submit. It works. Okay. A dot append element and then return A. Let's look at another one. Okay. So there is this concept called extend. I'll show you what that means. This basically, the question is, Jim has a list of dishes that he loves. He has stored these dishes in Jim underscore dishes. After marrying Pam, he also likes all her dishes, which are stored in Pam dishes. Complete the method solve. So that's a method that will add all of Pam's dishes to Jim's dishes. Basically, add all the elements of list 2 to list 1. Take all the elements of list 2 and add it to list 1. Okay. How do you do this? There is a keyword called extend. So for example, if I have over here subject is equal to physics, let's say chem, right? So something like this. So if I look at marks, it's 10, 30, 50, so on. And if I look at subjects, right? Okay, I'll have to just define again. Subject. Yeah, so this is subject and this is marks. Subject is physics chem and marks is all this. If I do marks dot extend subject, what I will get is marks will now have all the elements of subject also in it. So dot extend will take the list 2's element and add it to list 1. but list 2 remains the same, everyone. List 2 remains the same. Okay, physics chem, list 2 will not be changed. So if I again go here, I need to add all of Pam dishes to gym dishes. How does that work? I'll do gym underscore dishes dot extend Pam underscore dishes. Okay, extend Pam underscore dishes, and then I have to return. So I'll say return gym dishes. All right, and if I submit it, it works. Clear, everyone, on this part? All right. Let's go to another one. Remove from a list. So remove from a list. How does that work? Remove works like this. If I want to, so if I look at, if I do marks, marks has all these values. If I do marks dot remove 50, if I do marks dot remove 50, it will search for 50 within the list. It will search for 50 within the list and it will remove it from marks. Okay, so marks dot remove 50 will search 50 and it will remove. Okay, so for example, if I go here, what I need to remove is Dwight has infiltrated Jim. By the way, these are all famous characters. I don't know how many of you know. Jim, Pam, Dwight. Write them down. Ask Chat GPT. Okay. Ask it, where is this from? Where is this Pam, Jim, Dwight? Where are these people from? Okay. So Dwight has infiltrated Jim's dishes. He has added pudding somewhere. You know pudding? Anybody heard of pudding? Pudding is a sweet dish. Okay. So pudding has been added somewhere in Jim dishes and Jim hates pudding. Complete the given method solve by removing pudding from the list Jim underscore dishes. Okay. So complete the given method solve by removing pudding from the list Jim dishes. So how will I remove it, everyone? Jim underscore dishes dot remove pudding pudding, and I'll return Jim underscore dishes. All right, so it works. Simple, everyone. Okay. Jim has inserted fake names into the sales list. We don't know which name is fake, but we know that it is the third name from the end. Okay. So again, I repeat, Jim has inserted fake names into the list. We don't know which name is fake, but we know that it is the third name from the end. Complete the given method solve, which takes as a parameter sales list. You have to remove the fake name and return the fixed list. Okay, so now we have to do two parts. We have to find the fake name and we have to return it. How do we find the fake name? It is the third name from the end. How do I find fake name? -3. So I'll say fake name is equal to sales list -3. So this is the third name from the end. But now to remove it. How to remove it? Sales underscore list dot remove fake underscore name. And I'll return sales list. Let's run this. Passes. So if you look at here, original sales list given to you was Jake, Hank, Tom, Angela, Michael. So who is the fake one in this? Tom, right? So first we said, let's find out the last one. So that's Tom. -3 of that will give me Tom. And then I did remove Tom. Okay. Let me submit now. It works. All right. So, all right. Let's look at insert by index. Now it gets trickier. It's going to get trickier over here. what it's saying is, given a list of integers, Stanley wants to insert a new integer into the list in a very different way. The new integer's value is same as the first value of the list. I repeat, the new integer's value is the same as the first value of the list, and its index is also the same as the first value. Meaning, if you take 3102, what is the element to be inserted? 3. The new element we want to insert is the same as the first element in the list. So which value we want to insert? 3. Very good. Where do we want to insert it? At index 3, right? Index 3. So we have to put at index 3 over there. So complete the method solve, which takes as parameter a list and returns a new list as per Stanley's requirement. Meaning, I need to find the first element, take that first element, insert it at that position, and then return a new list. Okay. What is the value to be inserted? How do I get? Where is it? So value, I'll say val is equal to, how do I find it? No, I want to find that element first. Stanley underscore list of 0. It's the first element, right? Now this has to be inserted where? Same, at the value index only. So Stanley underscore list dot insert. Where will we insert? Val. What will we insert? Val. Okay. And we'll do return Stanley underscore list. Let's see if this works. It works here and it passes the test cases. Is it clear, everybody? List is simple. Simple lists. Difficult? No? Alright. Let's look at this question called perfect slice. We'll look at this one and then we'll go into next set of questions. Alright. Given a list of numbers, this is how Andy likes to slice it. Given a list of numbers, this is how Andy likes to slice it. If the length of the list is even, extract the n elements from the start. If the length of the list is odd, extract n elements from the end. Here n denotes half of the length of the given list. So again, if length of the list is even, I will take n elements from the start, and if length of the list is odd, I'll take n elements from the end. And what is n? Half the length of the given list. Complete the given method solve, which accepts a parameter and returns. Okay. So if I look at 1, 2, 3, 4, is the length of this list even or odd? Even. So I will take the first half, right? I'm going to take the first half, which is 1, 2. Let's look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it even or odd? Odd. So I should take the last half. But how do I take last half of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Again, I take 4, 5 only. Meaning, when I divide 5 by 2, they are taking it as 2. Which is what? Which is integer division. You know integer division? So if I have 7 elements, how many elements should I take and from where? 3 elements from last. If I have 20 elements, then 10 elements from start. Very good. So let's find the length of the list first. Okay. How do I find the length of the list? Len of Andy underscore list. Now if this length is even, how do I find if it's even? Modulo 2 equal to 0. If this length is even, then what do? I should print first half. Now I should return the first half, not print. So I'll say return first half. How do I get first half? Andy underscore list starting from 0 going till half. So I need to know the length also, right? Let me say n is equal to len of Andy underscore list. Okay. So if I want half, how do I do it? 0 till? Think of it. If there are 4 elements, what are the indexes? 0, 1, 2, 3. If I want the first 2 elements. So it will be starting from 0 till, what should I put at the end? 2. So that the last element will not be included. So I'll do 0 till n divided by 2. It will take the first half. Is this clear? Okay. Let's say it's odd. Then what should I return? Andy underscore list. Now I want to return the first half or second half? Second half. Very good. Take the example of 7. Let's say there are 7 elements. What are the indexes? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I should have started here. But anyway, you get it. 6. 6, right? These are say 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want the last half. I want the last half. From which index am I starting? Okay, if I am talking about positive index, which index am I starting? 4, 5, 6. Yes, correct. And if I'm starting at negative, then minus, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Correct, everyone? Is it fair to say I'm starting at minus n by 2? Think of 11. Think of 11. How many elements will you take in 11? In 11, what are the indexes? 0 till 10, right? What? How many elements will you take in that? You'll take 5 elements. Very good. You'll take 5 elements from the start or end? End. What will be the, no, 11 will be from the end, right? Odd. Confused? Okay. Let's again read the question. If length of list is even, extract n elements from the start. Okay. Extract n elements from the start. This we are clear. We are extracting 0 till n by 2. By the way, if just to make it clear for you, n is half of this. So I'm saying extract 0 till n like this. Okay, is this clear? What I did here is, question says extract n elements from the start. What is n? Okay. What is n? What is n? Half of length. So if it is even, what do I want to do? If it's even, I should get the first n elements. So I said 0 till n. If I want to, if the length is odd, I should get which elements? The last n elements. The last half or the last n elements. How do I get the last n elements? Minus n till the end. Okay, minus n till the end. If you want the last 5 elements, you'll say minus 5 till the end. So you'll get minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Okay. Let's run this. It passes. And it passes the test case here. Clear, everyone? Clear with lists? Okay, very good. I completed half of the questions for you. Okay, other half you should do. Okay, let's look at a couple of more questions. All right. complete complete the given method solve, which takes as parameter a list A. You have to print all the elements of the given list on a single line. I need to print all the elements of the list on a single line. How do I print all the elements of a list, everybody? How do I print all the elements of a list? Using which one? For loop. Very good. So what will I say? I'll say for I, j, k, whatever you want to say. I'll say for I in A, print I. But I want to print all on the same line. So how do I print it? End equals to space. If I run this, it passes the test cases. And let me submit it. It passes. Okay. Let's go to next one. Complete the method takes a parameter A. You have to print only the odd numbers from the list in a single line. So numbers are given to you, but you are supposed to print only the odd numbers. Okay. How does that work? Again, I'll go through the entire list. So I'll say for I in A, I need to check if this number is odd or not. How do I check if it's odd? If I modulo, please don't say percentage, it's modulo. Modulo 2 not equal to 0 means it is odd. What will I do? Print I end equals to space. Okay, clear? Clear, everybody? Okay. Let's go here. Print only the vowel strings. This is interesting. Complete the given method solve. You have to print only those elements which start with a vowel, and all the strings will be in lowercase. What is lowercase meaning? Small letters. Very good. So here if I say hello, this is Edyst, which elements or which strings start with a vowel? Is and Edyst, because is starting with I, Edyst is starting with E. Okay. What about and or not? Is that the question, my amicable friend? Which are the words starting with vowel? And or is amicable. What is meaning of amicable? Anybody knows? Meaning of amicable? What is the meaning of amicable? The word amicable is an adjective that describes a relationship or situation that is friendly and peaceful. So somebody who's friendly and peaceful. Okay. Good friendly person. Basically you can say friendly. Alright. Fair. So how do I print it? I want to print only those elements which start with a vowel. If I want to print the elements which are odd, I can use modulo. That is fine. But how do I find out if the element is starting with a vowel or not? How do I see if it is starting with a vowel or not? How can I check that? Like I'll go through each element. I'll say for word in A. Why am I doing for word in A? Because it's a string. It's easier to read. That's all. You can do for I in A also. Not a problem. For word in A. Okay. For word in A. Each word that we have, we want to check whether it starts with a vowel or not. How do I check that? How do I check that? Very nice. Very, very nice. I'll check. Okay, how do I get the first element of the word? How do I check the first element of the word? How? If no okay, a0 will give me the first word. If I take a0, it will give me the word hello. I'm saying, see, when I do for word in a, I'm going to get first hello, then I'm going to get this, then I'm going to get is. I'm saying when I have hello, what should I check? I should check if h is a vowel or not. Correct? When I have this, I have to check whether t is a vowel or not. Correct? So if I have to do that, how do I do it? Word 0. Very good. So I'll check if word 0. Now I want to check if this is a vowel. How do I do it? I'll say if word 0. Here you can use the in keyword. Here you can use in keyword. What are my list of vowels, everybody? So I'll say if word 0 in A, E, I, O. So all of you who are having fun messaging me, right? You know we all record whole message, right? I can easily block you all, and I can remove chat from your all system. You know, no? So last person you should be chatting with is me. You, at least if some other instructor is there, you're talking to them, it's fine. But literally, I have in my database who all is messaging. We can, like, if you want right now in 2 minutes, I can restrict all of your access to Edyst platform. So I think the most stupidest thing is to message me of all people. If at least some other instructor is there, I am literally the co-founder of this company. Like I can block you all. So don't unnecessarily message me, especially if you are having fun in middle of session. So last warning: if I get any more, I will block. Then you message RK sir. They will, one email will come to me. Then I will say yes or no. By that time, your 1 month will go by. Okay, so you be happy in that. So all the people who are watching the session, I never said no to doubts. Happy to answer any doubts that you have. No problem. 100 times I will repeat. But if you send hi sir, hello sir, for that reason, Chat GPT was created. Please go message Chat GPT. Okay, it's a bot. It will help you happily. Okay, don't message me. If you have any doubts, please reach out. We will cover it. No problem. Especially people watching on the recording. If you message me in middle of recording unnecessarily, you will be blocked. I hope that's clear. Okay. So if word 0 in A, E, I, O, U, what should I be doing? I should print the word. So I'll print word. Okay. What's the problem? What? End parameter. Very good. Alright. And I submitted. It'll work. One important thing here: A, E, I, O, U, I put it in a list. Even if you put in a string A, E, I, O, U, then also it will work. Because in keyword, backbenchers will always be backbenchers. Huh? Yes? Alright. We'll have fun. Don't worry. We'll have fun. I'm watching you all. Yeah. Okay. So even if you put a string over here, A, E, I, O, U, if you put the string, that will also work. Because string, the in keyword works with string also. Okay. Submitted. It works. Clear everyone on this part? Yes? Alright. Okay.